You have been radiating something your entire life, every single moment, without pause, without rest, without a single second of silence. Your energy field, the living, luminous electromagnetic signature generated by your heart and your nervous system, has been broadcasting a signal into the quantum field around you. And that signal has been shaping everything. What reaches you? What assembles around you? What finds you in the dark? And what cannot penetrate the light you carry? Most of that broadcasting has been unconscious. Most of it has been the accumulated frequency of conditioning, of old patterns, of wounds that taught you to make yourself smaller than you actually are. And you have been living inside that signal, wondering why certain things feel just out of reach, wondering why the life you sense is possible for you keeps appearing at the edges of your experience, but never quite arriving at the center. Tonight, that changes. Because something is happening right now that you cannot fully explain with the part of your mind that organizes your schedule and remembers what you had for lunch. Something older than that. Something that has been moving beneath the surface of your ordinary awareness for longer than this lifetime. And the fact that you are here in this exact moment, receiving this exact transmission, is not coincidence. It is not the algorithm. It is not chance. It is your aura calling you home. There is a concept at the intersection of the most ancient philosophical traditions and the most precise modern physics that changes everything about how you understand yourself and your relationship to reality. The ancients called it the monad, the one, the indivisible point of consciousness that is the origin of everything, the source before all fragmentation, the singular, luminous core that underlies the apparent multiplicity of the world. And tonight, your monad activates, not as a metaphor, not as a pleasant, spiritual concept you can carry around like a smooth stone in your pocket and take out when you feel like it. Tonight, something actually happens at the level of your energy field. A frequency shift that is measurable. A coherence that is real. A broadcast that the quantum field around you will read and respond to, beginning in this moment and radiating outward into every dimension of your life. Stop for just a moment. Feel the quality of your own attention right now. Not the room around you. Not the device in your hand. Not the list of things waiting for you somewhere else. Feel the quality of your own presence, because something in you recognized something in this transmission before your conscious mind had time to evaluate it. That recognition, that pull, that quiet but unmistakable sense of this is for me. That is not imagination. That is your aura responding to a frequency it has been waiting to encounter again. That is your energy field, your personal electromagnetic signature, resonating with the signal of its own deepest nature. Your light is already on. It has always been on. Tonight, you learn to see it. Here is what most people never learn about their own energy field. The aura is not a spiritual belief system. It is not something you have to take on faith. It is a measurable, verifiable, scientifically documented electromagnetic phenomenon generated primarily by your heart. The Heart Math Institute, through decades of rigorous research, has measured the electromagnetic field of the human heart, extending several feet beyond the physical body in every direction. Several feet, not inches, not a thin membrane clinging to your skin. A living, radiating, information-carrying field that reaches into the space around you and broadcasts your actual frequency to everything and everyone within range. Your heart generates an electromagnetic field approximately 60 times stronger in amplitude than the electrical activity of your brain. 60 times stronger. And this field, this luminous broadcasting instrument at the center of your chest, is not passive. It is not simply a byproduct of cardiac function. It is an active information system. It carries the coherence or incoherence of your inner state. It broadcasts the frequency of your emotions, your beliefs, your patterns of thought and feeling, your deepest convictions about who you are and what you deserve. And the quantum field reads it. All of it. Every moment. This is what your aura actually is. Not a mystical cloud of colored light visible only to psychics, though the visual experience of the aura is real, and we will get to that. Your aura is first and foremost your personal electromagnetic broadcast, your signal, the frequency that the quantum field around you receives and responds to by assembling reality accordingly. What you radiate, reality assembles around. This is not metaphor. This is the operating principle of quantum resonance applied to the personal energy field. And understanding it changes everything about how you relate to your own life. Now let me show you something about your field that most people never discover. You have been broadcasting two different signals simultaneously your entire life. There is the signal of your surface. Your thoughts, your intentions, your plans, your hopes for the future. this is the signal you are aware of, the one you try to manage and direct, the one you think you are sending. And then there is the signal of your deep field, your subconscious emotional frequency, the accumulated broadcast of every belief you absorbed before you were old enough to evaluate it, every wound that taught you the world was unsafe, every moment of comparison that taught you that you were not enough, every time you dimmed your own light to make someone else more comfortable, every pattern of fear and lack and separation that has been running in the background of your consciousness, like software you never chose to install. Here is the critical thing to understand. The quantum field does not respond to what you consciously intend. It responds to what you actually radiate. And if your deep field is broadcasting a frequency of scarcity, while your surface consciousness is visualizing abundance, the quantum field receives a mixed signal, a signal that is incoherent, and incoherent signals produce incoherent results. This is why you can want something with your whole conscious mind and still find it just out of reach. This is why you can set intentions and speak affirmations and still feel like the life you sense is possible for you is not arriving. Because your deep field, your actual aura, your true electromagnetic broadcast is still carrying the frequency of the old story, the story of the fragmented self, the self that was built from the outside in, from other people's expectations, from wounds that told you to make yourself smaller, from a world that profits from your belief in your own inadequacy. The moment your surface consciousness and your deep field come into coherence, the moment your entire aura broadcasts a single, unified, high-frequency signal, everything changes, because a coherent broadcast is infinitely more powerful than an incoherent one. And that coherence, that unification of your entire energy field around a single luminous frequency, is what the activation of the monad actually means. Your monad is your core, your indestructible center, the point of light that has never been fragmented, no matter how fragmented your life has sometimes felt. It is the eternal, unified, self-sufficient consciousness that exists beneath every layer of conditioning, beneath every wound, beneath every story you have ever been told about who you are and what you are capable of. And when the monad activates, when that deepest layer of your being comes online and begins to radiate through your entire energy field, the coherence that results is unlike anything you have experienced before. It is not the coherence of effort. It is not the coherence of trying very hard to think positive thoughts. It is the coherence of recognition. The recognition of what you actually are beneath everything you were taught to be. You are not a fragment seeking wholeness. You are wholeness, learning to remember itself. Let that move through you rather than just across you. If this transmission is landing in your field, take a moment to like this video and subscribe so these activations keep finding you. Now let's go deeper into what your aura is actually doing right now, and why this moment is unlike any other moment in your personal energy field's history. There is a principle in quantum physics called non-locality. The principle that quantum particles, once they have interacted, remain connected regardless of the distance between them. That what happens to one instantaneously affects the other, no matter how far apart they are. This is not theoretical. This is experimentally verified. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance because it violated his intuitions about how reality worked. But it is real, and it has profound implications for your aura. Your energy field is not isolated. It is not a bubble sealed off from the rest of reality. It is entangled. It is in constant quantum communication with the field around you, with the fields of other people, with the larger electromagnetic fabric of the world. And the frequency you broadcast determines what you are in resonance with, what you are entangled with, what can reach you, and what cannot. Think of it this way. Every frequency has a corresponding range of reality that it can access. A radio tuned to a particular frequency receives only what is broadcast on that frequency. It is not that the other frequencies do not exist. They exist simultaneously, all around the radio, all the time. But the radio can only receive what it is tuned to. Your aura works the same way. The frequency you radiate determines the bandwidth of reality you can receive. And most people are tuned to a frequency that was set in childhood, shaped by trauma and conditioning, and the accumulated weight of an unconscious broadcast, and have never been consciously retuned. Tonight, you retune. But here is what I need you to understand about this process, because it changes everything about how you approach it. You are not trying to add a frequency that you do not have. You are not trying to build something from scratch. You are removing the interference. You are clearing the static. You are allowing the signal that was always there. The luminous, coherent, high-frequency broadcast of your monad your true nature to come through without distortion. The sun does not try to shine. It simply is light. And nothing about the clouds that temporarily obscure it changes what it fundamentally is. Your monad is the sun. Your conditioning, your wounds, your unconscious patterns. These are the clouds. And tonight, the clouds begin to clear. The ancient Pythagorean philosophers understood this with extraordinary precision. They spoke of the monad as the first principle, the source before all division, the one from which all numbers emerge. They understood that the apparent multiplicity of the world, the experience of being a separate self, navigating a world of separate objects and other separate selves, is not the deepest reality. It is a level of reality, a real and important level, but not the deepest one. Beneath the experience of separation, beneath the dyad, the principle of division and duality that governs ordinary human consciousness, there is the monad, the undivided, the whole, the singular point of consciousness that contains within itself the totality of everything that exists. And you carry this, not as a potential, not as a future possibility. You carry this as your deepest present reality. The monad is not something you will become. It is what you are. It is the ground of your being. It is the light that your aura has been broadcasting, even in its most distorted, most conditioned, most unconscious moments. Because even a dimmed light is still light. Even a clouded sun is still the sun. Your aura knows this, even when you do not. And tonight, your aura is going to show you. Let me tell you about a woman named Mira. Mira had spent 37 years being very, very good at being invisible. Not because she was naturally quiet, though she had learned to perform quietness with extraordinary skill, but because very early in her life, she had received a transmission from the world around her that her light was too much, that her brightness was inconvenient, that her presence, when she was fully present, when she was radiating at her natural frequency, was somehow disruptive to the comfort of the people around her. And so she learned to dim. She learned to compress her energy field, to pull her aura in close, to broadcast at a frequency just low enough that she would not disturb anyone. She became expert at it. She moved through the world like a lamp with a rheostat turned down to its lowest setting. Functional, present, but not blazing. Never blazing. The strange thing was, she could still feel the light inside her. She had never lost the awareness of it. In the privacy of her own inner experience, she could feel the warmth and the brightness and the sheer, almost overwhelming aliveness of her own essential nature. She just could not seem to get it through the membrane of her own conditioning. It was like being trapped behind glass, pressing her hands against it, watching her own radiance from the wrong side. She tried everything the world suggested. She read the books. She attended the workshops. She set the intentions and spoke the affirmations and built the vision boards and did the meditations. And there would be moments, brief and extraordinary moments, where something cracked open and the light came through, where she felt herself radiating at her true frequency, and the world around her seemed to reorganize itself in response. Opportunities appeared. Connections happened. Synchronicities stacked on top of each other in ways that made her feel like the universe was suddenly paying very close attention. And then the moment would pass. The glass would close again. The rheostat would turn back down, and she would be left with the memory of what it felt like to be fully herself, which somehow made the dimming even harder to bear than before she had felt it. What Mira did not know, what no one had ever shown her, was that the problem was not her light. The problem was never her light. The problem was the frequency of the story she was carrying about her light, because her aura, her actual electromagnetic broadcast, was not primarily broadcasting the light she could feel inside her. It was broadcasting the story about the light. The story that said it was too much. The story that said it needed to be managed and contained and rationed and kept at a level that would not disturb anyone. And the quantum field, which does not evaluate or judge or offer opinions about which signal is more accurate, was simply responding to the signal it was receiving. It was assembling reality around the broadcast of dimness, of containment, of light that needed to be kept small. The day everything changed for Myra was not the day she decided to shine more. It was not a decision at all. It was a recognition. She was sitting in a garden, alone, in the early morning, watching the light move through the leaves of a large tree, and she noticed something. The light did not ask the leaves for permission. The light did not consult with the tree about whether its brightness was appropriate. The light simply moved through whatever opening was available and illuminated exactly as much as it could reach. And she realized, with a clarity that moved through her entire body like a wave, that this was what her light had always been trying to do. Not to overwhelm, not to disturb, simply to move through whatever opening was available and illuminate exactly as much as it could reach. The dimming was not protecting anyone. The dimming was not even what she had been told it was. The dimming was simply a story, a very old, very persistent, very convincing story, but a story. She did not turn her rheostat up that morning. She simply stopped believing in the rheostat. She recognized it as a construct, as a piece of conditioning that had been installed by people who were themselves dimmed, who had themselves been taught that light needed to be managed. And in that recognition, in that moment of seeing the construct for what it was, something in her energy field shifted. Not dramatically, not with a flash of light or a trembling of the ground, but with the quiet, irreversible certainty of a window opening in a room that has been closed for a very long time. The air that came in was not new air. It was the same air that had always been outside the window. It was simply, finally, able to reach the inside. Mira walked home from that garden a different broadcaster, not because she had gained something, but because she had lost something. She had lost the story that her light needed to be managed. And in losing that story, her aura, her actual electromagnetic field, began to broadcast at a frequency it had never been able to broadcast at before. Not because the frequency was new, but because the interference had cleared. Within weeks, her life began to reorganize itself around her new signal. Not through effort, not through strategy, through resonance, through the simple quantum mechanical reality that a coherent broadcast attracts coherent reality. You are Mira. You have been Mira. And tonight, you are walking home from the garden. Now let's do something together. Let's actually work with your energy field right now, in this moment, because understanding your aura intellectually is only the beginning. The real shift happens when you feel it, when you become aware of it as a living, present, active reality rather than a concept. Take a breath, a real one, not a performative breath, but an actual, full, unhurried breath that you let move all the way down into your lower belly. Feel your chest expand. Feel the slight pause at the top of the inhale before the exhale begins. And then let the exhale be slow and complete, emptying yourself fully before the next breath comes. Do that again. Breathe in slowly, feeling the expansion. Pause and breathe out completely, feeling the release. Now, with your attention turned inward, bring your awareness to your heart. Not the organ. The center, the energetic center of your chest. Place your hand there if you like. Feel the warmth. Feel the pulse. And recognize that this center, this point of warmth and rhythm at the center of your chest, is the primary generator of your aura. This is the broadcast station. This is where your signal originates. And now, without trying to change anything, without trying to force a feeling or manufacture a state, simply notice what is radiating from that center right now. Not what you think should be radiating. Not what you want to be radiating. What is actually radiating in this moment from your heart center outward into the field around your body. Some of you will notice warmth. Some of you will notice a kind of pressure or fullness. Some of you will notice a quality of light, even with your eyes open, even in the ordinary room around you. Some of you will notice something you do not have words for yet. All of these are valid. All of these are your aura communicating with your conscious awareness. Now here is what I want you to do. I want you to imagine, or feel, or simply intend that the field radiating from your heart center expands slightly. Not dramatically, not in a forced or effortful way. Simply allow it to be slightly larger than it was a moment ago. Like a flower opening. Like a breath expanding the chest. Simply allow the field to expand. Notice what happens. Notice if there is a quality of release, a quality of warmth spreading, a quality of the space around you feeling slightly different. This is not imagination. This is your electromagnetic field responding to your conscious attention. This is the beginning of the shift from unconscious broadcasting to conscious radiance. You are not creating this field. It already exists. It has always existed. You are simply becoming aware of it. And awareness, conscious attention directed at your own energy field, is the most powerful thing you can do to shift its frequency. Because the quantum field responds to observation. This is one of the foundational discoveries of quantum mechanics. The act of observation changes what is being observed. And when you observe your own energy field with conscious, loving, non-judgmental attention, you change it. You begin to bring it into coherence. Feel your field right now. notice what is radiating. Your aura is active. Your light is on. And it is beginning in this moment to broadcast at a frequency it has never broadcast at before. Have you ever felt your aura shift in a moment you did not expect? A room that changed when you walked in. A conversation that lifted when your energy arrived. A moment when you could feel your own light activating and the people around you responding to it without knowing why. I would love to hear about it. Drop it in the comments and let your experience become part of the field we are building here together. Now let's go deeper into the mechanics of what is actually happening at the quantum level when your monad activates. Because this is where the science becomes extraordinary. The concept of quantum coherence describes a state in which quantum particles are synchronized, in which their wave functions are aligned, in which they are, in a very precise sense, acting as one rather than as many. Coherence is the state in which the full power of a quantum system can be expressed, because all of its components are moving together rather than canceling each other out through interference. Incoherence, by contrast, is the state in which the components of a system are out of phase with each other, in which their individual energies interfere with and diminish each other, in which the system's overall output is a fraction of what it could be if everything were aligned. Your aura can be coherent or incoherent. And the difference between these two states is not subtle. It is the difference between a laser and a light bulb. Both produce light, but a laser, because its photons are coherent, because they are all moving in the same direction and in phase with each other, can cut through steel. A light bulb, because its photons are incoherent, scattered in all directions and out of phase with each other, can barely illuminate a room. Your aura, when it is incoherent, when your surface consciousness is broadcasting one frequency and your deep field is broadcasting another, when your intentions are pulling in one direction and your unconscious patterns are pulling in another, is like a light bulb. It produces light. It radiates, but it does not cut through anything. It does not have the focused, penetrating, reality-shaping power that a coherent signal possesses. Your aura, when it is coherent, when your entire field is unified around a single frequency, when your mind has activated and your deepest nature is broadcasting through every layer of your energy field without distortion or interference, is like a laser. It has power that is qualitatively different from anything you have experienced before. not just more power, different power. The power of unity, the power of the One. This is what the ancient alchemists were describing when they spoke of the philosopher's stone. Not a literal stone, not a chemical process. They were describing exactly this: the achievement of coherence, the unification of the fragmented self into the gold of unified, self-sufficient, indestructible awareness, the transmutation of the incoherent light bulb into the coherent laser. And here is the extraordinary thing about this process. The coherence does not come from adding something. It comes from removing the interference. The photons in a laser are not more powerful individually than the photons in a light bulb. They are the same photons. The difference is alignment. The difference is the removal of the interference patterns that were scattering them in all directions. Your light is the same light it has always been. Your monad, your core, your deepest frequency has not changed and cannot change. It is indestructible. It is eternal. It is the point of consciousness that Leibniz described as a simple substance without windows, meaning it does not receive its reality from outside itself. It contains within itself the totality of everything it needs to be fully what it is. What changes tonight is not your light. What changes is the interference. What changes is the story of dimness. What changes is the accumulated static of unconscious broadcasting that has been scattering your signal in all directions instead of allowing it to move as a coherent, focused, powerful, reality-shaping beam. And the mechanism of this change is consciousness itself, awareness. The act of seeing your own field clearly. Because you cannot clear interference, you cannot see. And you cannot see interference you do not know exists. But the moment you become aware of your own energy field, the moment you recognize that you have been broadcasting unconsciously and that the broadcast can become conscious, the interference begins to dissolve, not through effort, through light. Because interference patterns, like shadows, do not survive illumination. Now let me show you another layer of your aura's mechanics. Because your energy field does not just broadcast, it receives. And the receiving function of your aura is just as important as the broadcasting function, and even less understood. Your electromagnetic field is a two-way system. It radiates outward, yes, but it also reads the fields it encounters. Every person you come into proximity with, every environment you enter, every situation you engage with, Your aura is reading the frequency of that encounter and sending that information to your nervous system. This is why you sometimes walk into a room and immediately feel at ease, or immediately feel uncomfortable, without knowing why. This is why you sometimes meet someone and feel an immediate sense of recognition or an immediate sense of caution before a single word has been exchanged. This is why certain places feel sacred and certain places feel draining. You are not imagining these things. You are receiving electromagnetic information through your aura. Your field is reading the field of the environment and translating that information into felt experience in your body. And here is where it gets even more extraordinary. The coherence of your own field determines the quality of the information you receive. An incoherent field is like a radio with poor reception. It receives information, but the information comes through full of static, full of distortion, full of noise that makes it difficult to distinguish the actual signal from the interference. And so you end up misreading situations, misreading people, misreading the information that the quantum field is constantly offering you. A coherent field receives clearly. A coherent aura reads the information in its environment with precision and accuracy. This is what people sometimes call intuition. This is what people sometimes call a sixth sense. It is not supernatural. It is the natural function of a coherent electromagnetic field operating at its full capacity. When your monad activates, when your field achieves coherence, your receiving capacity becomes as extraordinary as your broadcasting capacity. You begin to read the quantum field around you with a clarity you have never experienced before. Synchronicities become more frequent, not because they are more frequent, but because you are finally receiving them clearly enough to recognize them for what they are. Opportunities become visible that were always there, but were previously obscured by the static of your incoherent reception. The right people, the right information, the right circumstances begin to appear with a reliability that feels almost magical, but is actually simply the result of a clear signal meeting a clear receiver. This is the full activation of your aura, not just broadcasting your light into the world, but receiving the world's response to your light with clarity and precision. A complete, coherent, two-way quantum communication system operating at its full capacity for perhaps the first time in your life. Your aura knows how to do this. It has always known. You are not learning a new skill. You are remembering a capacity that was built into your energy field before you were born, before you learned to dim, before the interference was installed. The capacity is native to you. It is part of your essential nature. It is part of what it means to be a monad, a complete and self-sufficient point of consciousness, radiating and receiving in perfect coherence. Let me take you somewhere. Imagine a vast library. Not a library like any you have visited in this life. A library that exists at a level of reality that underlies all physical reality. A library of light, where every frequency that has ever existed, every soul that has ever radiated, has a record, not of their accomplishments, not of their failures, but of their frequency, their unique vibrational signature, the irreducible pattern of light that makes them precisely who they are and no one else. In this library, there is a keeper. Her name is Sophia. She has been the keeper of this library since before time organized itself into the sequence of moments we experience as history. And Sophia does not read the frequencies she keeps. She does not need to read them. She is made of the same substance as the frequencies. She knows every signal, the way a great musician knows every note, not by studying it, by resonating with it. One day, a soul arrives at the library. His name is Aleph. He has been traveling for a very long time. He has worn many faces, many names, many bodies. He has lived the full spectrums of what it means to exist in a world of duality, of separation, of the constant, exhausting experience of being a fragment in a world of fragments, searching for the wholeness he can feel but cannot find, reaching for the light he can sense but cannot quite grasp. He stands at the entrance to the library, not because he chose to come here. He does not remember choosing. He simply found himself here, the way you sometimes find yourself in exactly the right place, at exactly the right time, without knowing how you arrived. His feet brought him. Something deeper than his conscious mind navigated the journey. Sophia looks up from her work. She sees Aleph standing in the doorway, and she smiles, not with surprise, with recognition. She has been expecting him. Not today, specifically. Not in this particular form. But at some point. Because every soul eventually arrives at the library. Every soul eventually reaches the moment of maturation, when the outward journey has given everything it can give, and the inward journey must begin. She reaches into a section of the library that Aleph cannot see from where he stands, and she removes a single volume. She places it on the table in front of him. He looks at the cover. There is no title. There is no author. There is only a symbol. A single point of light surrounded by concentric circles of radiance. The symbol of the monad. He opens the book, and the first page contains only his own name, written in a script he does not recognize, but somehow can read perfectly. And beneath his name, a single sentence. You are not a fragment seeking wholeness. You are wholeness, learning to remember itself. Aleph sits down at the table, and he begins to read. What he discovers in the pages of that book is not new information. It is not knowledge he did not have before. It is the opposite of new. It is the oldest thing he has ever encountered. It is the frequency of his own essential nature, rendered visible in language, returned to him in a form he can finally receive. He reads about the broadcasting, about the signal his energy field has been sending into the quantum field around him across all his many lives, about the interference patterns that accumulated over centuries of conditioning and wounding and dimming, about the extraordinary power that has always been native to his field, but has been scattered by incoherence into something that barely illuminated the room around him. He reads about the monad, about what it actually means to be a complete and self-sufficient point of consciousness, about the way the quantum field responds to a coherent signal, about the reality that assembles itself around a broadcast of unity rather than a broadcast of fragmentation. And as he reads, something happens in his energy field, not because the information is changing him, but because the recognition is clearing him, because seeing his own nature reflected back to him with clarity and precision is dissolving the interference patterns that have been scattering his signal for longer than he can remember. Layer by layer, story by story, wound by wound, the static clears. By the time he reaches the last page of the book, he is not the same broadcaster he was when he walked through the door. Not because he has gained something, but because he has lost something. He has lost the story of fragmentation. He has lost the belief that he is a piece of something larger searching for the rest of itself. He has lost the interference. And what remains, what has always been there beneath the interference, is the monad, his core, his light, his signal, broadcasting now with a coherence and a power and a clarity that he has never experienced before in all his long journey. Not because it is new, because it is finally unobstructed. Sophia watches him from across the library, and she smiles again. The same smile as before. The smile of recognition. The smile of someone who has seen this moment many times and never tires of it. The moment when a soul stops searching for what it already is. The moment when the pilgrim recognizes the destination. The moment when the light stops trying to shine and simply shines. Aleph closes the book. He looks up at Sophia. He does not speak. He does not need to. His aura speaks for him. His field, now coherent, now broadcasting at its true frequency for the first time in longer than either of them can count, fills the library with a quality of light that makes the air itself seem to vibrate. You are Aleph. You are sitting at the table right now, and the book in front of you is this transmission. Read it. Not with your mind, with your field. Now let's go even deeper, because there is another layer of your aura's mechanics that is absolutely critical to understand. And it is the layer that most people never reach. It is the layer that explains why some people seem to move through the world with an almost effortless grace. Why opportunities seem to find them rather than them having to find opportunities. Why the right people and the right circumstances seem to organize themselves around certain individuals in ways that look like luck, but are actually physics. This layer is what the heart math researchers call heart coherence. And it is the state in which your heart's electromagnetic field achieves a smooth, ordered, rhythmically harmonious pattern, rather than the erratic, disordered pattern that characterizes most people's fields most of the time. Heart coherence is measurable. It shows up in the heart rate variability data as a smooth sine wave-like pattern, rather than the jagged, irregular pattern of incoherence. And the Heart Math Institute has documented something extraordinary about what happens when a person achieves and sustains heart coherence. Not just to their own physiology, though the physiological benefits are remarkable, but to the people around them, to the environment they inhabit, to the quantum field they broadcast into. A person in heart coherence affects the heart rate variability of people near them. Their field, their coherent electromagnetic broadcast, actually entrains the fields of people in their vicinity. This is not metaphor. This is measured. This is documented. The coherent field pulls incoherent fields toward coherence, the way a tuning fork causes nearby strings to vibrate at its frequency. This is why certain people have the effect of making everyone around them feel calmer, clearer, more alive. It is not their personality. It is not their words. It is their field. It is the coherent electromagnetic broadcast of their heart, reaching into the fields of the people around them and offering them a frequency to entrain to. And here is the extraordinary implication of this for your own life. When you achieve heart coherence, when your monad activates and your field becomes coherent, you do not just improve your own experience of reality. You become a coherence generator for everyone in your proximity. You become, in the most literal and measurable sense, a light in the world. Not metaphorically, electromagnetically. The warmth people feel around you when you are radiating at your true frequency is real. It is not their imagination. It is their field responding to yours. It is their nervous system recognizing a coherent signal and beginning to entrain to it. It is the quantum field reading your broadcast and assembling a reality of greater coherence, greater clarity, greater possibility around the signal you are sending. This is what it means to be a conscious radiator. This is what it means to have an activated monad. Not just the private experience of your own coherence, but the capacity to generate coherence in the field around you. To be a source, not a reactor, not a responder, a source. And you have always had this capacity. It is native to you. It is part of your essential design. The only reason you have not been expressing it consistently is the interference, the static, the accumulated frequency of a broadcast that was set unconsciously and has been running on autopilot ever since. Tonight, you take the broadcast off autopilot. But I want to address something directly because it is important, and it is something that many people encounter when they begin to understand the power of their own energy field. There is a part of you that might be hearing all of this and feeling something that is not quite resistance, but is adjacent to it. A kind of protective skepticism. A voice that says, "This sounds beautiful, but what if it is not real? What if I try to become conscious of my signal and nothing changes? What if my light is not as bright as this transmission suggests?" I want you to hear this clearly. That voice is not you. That voice is the interference. That voice is the frequency of the old story, the story of the fragmented self, the story of the person who was taught that their light was too much or not enough, or needed to be managed, or was somehow contingent on external conditions being favorable before it was allowed to shine. That story is not real. It was never real. It was a frequency that was broadcast at you before you were old enough to evaluate it, and you absorbed it the way a child absorbs everything, without filters, without discernment, without the capacity to say, "This is not true, and I will not carry it." But you are not a child anymore. You have the capacity now to evaluate the frequencies you carry, to look at the stories running in your deep field and ask, is this true? Is this actually true? Not, does it feel familiar? Not, have I believed this for a long time? But is it actually, fundamentally, quantum mechanically true? And the answer, when you look clearly, is no. The story that your light needs to be managed is not true. The story that you are a fragment is not true. The story that the quantum field around you is indifferent to your signal, or that your signal is too small to matter, is not true. What is true is this: you are a radiating field of quantum energy. Your heart generates an electromagnetic field that extends several feet beyond your body in every direction and carries information about your actual frequency to everything within range. That frequency, when coherent, has the power to shape reality, to attract resonant experiences, to repel what is not aligned with your true nature, to generate coherence in the fields of people around you, to be, in the most literal and measurable sense, a light in the world. That is true. That is not a belief system. That is physics, and it applies to you, specifically, precisely, inescapably. Your light is on. It has always been on. And the only thing that has ever dimmed it is a story. A very old, very persistent, very convincing story. But a story. And stories can be rewritten, not by force, by recognition. Let's do another practice together. Because the radiance activation of the monad is not a one-time event. It is a practice, a way of being in relationship with your own energy field that becomes more natural, more automatic, more effortless with each repetition. Bring your awareness back to your heart center. Feel the warmth there. Feel the pulse. And this time, I want you to bring to mind something that you love. Not a person necessarily, though a person works beautifully. Anything you love. A place, an animal, a piece of music, a quality of light at a particular time of day, a memory of a moment when you felt fully alive and fully yourself. Anything that, when you bring it to mind, produces in your chest a quality of warmth and expansion and rightness. Hold that in your awareness. Let it fill your heart center. Let the warmth of it spread from your chest outward through your body. Feel it moving down your arms into your hands. Feel it moving up and through your throat, your face, the crown of your head. Feel it moving down through your belly, your legs, your feet. And now, from that place of warmth and expansion and aliveness, notice your field. Notice the quality of what is radiating from your body right now. Notice the difference between this and the quality of your field before you brought that loving thing to mind. Notice how the field has expanded, how it has brightened, how it has become more coherent, more ordered, more powerful. This is not imagination. What you just did is produce a measurable shift in your heart rate variability. You moved your field from a state of relative incoherence toward coherence. You changed your broadcast in real time, with your attention, with your choice to focus on love rather than fear, on warmth rather than contraction, on the thing that makes you feel most alive rather than the thing that makes you feel most small. And the quantum field around you read that shift in real time and began to respond. This is the practice. This is the radiance activation. Not a complicated technique, not a demanding discipline, simply the conscious choice made again and again to return your attention to the frequency of your true nature, to love, to warmth, to the things that make you feel most alive, to the qualities that are native to your monad, to the light that has always been on. Every time you make that choice, your field coherence increases. Every time you make that choice, your broadcast becomes more powerful, more precise, more reality-shaping. Every time you make that choice, you are practicing being a conscious radiator rather than an unconscious one. And over time, with practice, the conscious choice becomes the default. The coherence becomes the baseline. The radiance becomes the resting state rather than the achieved state. And that is when the truly extraordinary things begin to happen. That is when the synchronicities stack. That is when the opportunities appear. That is when the right people and the right circumstances and the right resources begin to organize themselves around your signal with a reliability that is not luck, but resonance. That is when your monad is fully activated. Now I want to speak to you about something that the ancient traditions understood, and that modern quantum physics is beginning to confirm in ways that are genuinely extraordinary. The interconnection between individual fields and the larger field, between your personal aura and the quantum field of the collective. You are not broadcasting into a vacuum. You are broadcasting into a field that is already full of the signals of every other consciousness that has ever existed, that exists now, that will ever exist. The quantum field is not empty space. It is a plenum, a fullness, a vast and intricate web of interconnected signals, all of them influencing all of them in constant quantum communication with all of them. And your signal, your personal aura, your electromagnetic broadcast is a thread in that web, not a minor thread, not an insignificant thread, an irreplaceable thread, because your frequency, the unique vibrational signature of your monad, is not duplicated anywhere in the field. It is singular. It is yours. And the web is incomplete without it. This is not flattery. This is not a comforting story designed to make you feel important. This is the quantum mechanical reality of a field in which every node is essential to the integrity of the whole. The web of the quantum field is not made of identical threads. It is made of unique frequencies in resonance with each other. And the removal of any single unique frequency, or its reduction to a dim and incoherent whisper, diminishes the whole. When you dim your light, the world is literally darker, not metaphorically, electromagnetically. The coherence of the collective field is reduced by the incoherence of your individual broadcast. And when you activate your monad, when you bring your field into coherence and allow your true frequency to radiate without interference, the world is literally brighter. The collective field gains a node of coherence that affects every other node it is in resonance with. You are not doing this for yourself alone. You are doing this for the field, for the web, for the collective, for every person whose field is in resonance with yours, whose nervous system will be entrained by your coherence, whose life will be touched by the ripple of your activated signal. This is why the ancient traditions treated the activation of the mona as sacred, not just personally transformative, cosmically significant, because a consciousness that has achieved coherence, that has activated its monad, that is broadcasting its true frequency without interference is not just living a better personal life. It is contributing to the coherence of the collective field. It is adding light to the web. It is making the whole brighter. And the whole needs your light, not a dimmed, managed, carefully rationed version of your light. Your full light, your activated, coherent, monad-level broadcast. The world is waiting for it. The field is waiting for it. The web of interconnected consciousness is waiting for the frequency that only you can contribute. You were not chosen by some external force. You were chosen by the deepest version of yourself. The version that exists before this name, before this body, before this story you have been telling about who you are and why things have happened the way they have happened. That version of you, the pilgrim, the monad, the eternal witness, reached forward through time and through the noise of a world that never stops demanding your attention. And it placed you here, in this moment, for this transmission, not because you are special in a way that others are not, but because you are ready. And readiness is not just a feeling. Readiness is a frequency, and your frequency just shifted. Let's talk about what happens after tonight, because the activation of the monad is not a single event that you complete and then move on from. It is the beginning of a new relationship with your own energy field, a relationship of consciousness, of attention, of ongoing practice and deepening awareness. In the days following this transmission, you may notice things. You may notice that your field feels different, that there is a quality of aliveness, of expansion, of warmth in your chest that was not there before, or that was there but less consistently, less reliably. You may notice that your interactions with other people feel different, that there is a quality of resonance and ease and genuine connection that surprises you. You may notice synchronicities, coincidences that feel too precise to be random. The right person appearing, the right information arriving, the right opportunity presenting itself at exactly the right moment. These are not rewards. They are not the universe congratulating you for doing the right thing. They are simply the quantum mechanical consequence of a coherent broadcast. They are what happens when the signal is clear. They are reality assembling itself around your activated frequency. And you will also notice, because this is part of the process, and it is important to know about it in advance, that old patterns will attempt to reassert themselves. Old stories will arise, old frequencies of fear and lack and separation. will surface, sometimes with surprising intensity, as if they are fighting for their survival. Because, in a very real sense, they are. The interference patterns that have been running in your field for years, for decades, for lifetimes, do not simply dissolve and disappear the moment you become conscious of them. They surface. They make themselves visible. They demand to be seen and acknowledged before they can be released. This is not failure. This is the process. This is the alchemical fire that the ancient texts described. The furnace of transformation, the dark night of the soul that Plotinus and the great mystics of every tradition spoke of as the necessary dissolution of the false self. The interference does not dissolve without first becoming visible. And when it becomes visible, it can feel like regression, like the activation is wearing off, like you are losing ground. You are not losing ground. You are gaining clarity. The interference is surfacing because your field has become coherent enough to illuminate it. The light is bright enough now to show you the shadows. And shadows, as we said, do not survive illumination. When the old patterns arise, when the old stories surface, when the interference makes itself felt, do not fight it. Do not push it away. Do not collapse into it. Simply bring your awareness back to your heart center. Bring to mind the thing you love. Feel the warmth expand. Feel the field expand, and broadcast your true frequency into the interference until the interference dissolves, not by force, by light, always by light. This is the practice. This is the ongoing work of the activated monad, not the achievement of a permanent state of perfect coherence that never wavers, but the capacity to return to coherence quickly and reliably when the interference arises. The capacity to recognize the interference for what it is: a story, a pattern, a frequency that was never yours, and to choose your own signal instead. And with each return, with each conscious choice to broadcast your true frequency rather than the inherited frequency of the old story, the baseline shifts, the coherence deepens, the activation becomes more complete, the monad radiates more fully, more consistently, more powerfully. There is something I want to share with you about the people who are watching this transmission right now, about the field that is being generated by this gathering of consciousness, even across time and space, and the apparent separation of individual screens and individual bodies in individual rooms. You are not watching this alone. You are watching this as part of a field of people who were drawn here by the same recognition that drew you, the same quiet but unmistakable sense of this is for me, the same readiness, the same frequency that has been building toward this moment across time and across the noise of a world that never stops demanding attention. And that field, the collective field of everyone who is receiving this transmission, is itself a coherence generator. When multiple coherent fields are in resonance with each other, the coherence amplifies. The signal strengthens. The broadcast becomes more powerful than the sum of its individual parts. This is quantum entanglement at the level of consciousness. This is the coherent field of a community of conscious radiators. You are part of this community. Your field is contributing to this collective coherence right now, in this moment, regardless of when you are watching, regardless of where you are in the world. Because the quantum field is non-local. Time and space are not barriers to quantum entanglement. The field of this community exists across all the moments in which this transmission is received. And every person who receives it becomes part of the entangled whole. This means that your activation tonight is not just your activation. It is a contribution to the collective field. Every degree of coherence you achieve, every layer of interference you release, every moment of conscious radiance you generate strengthens the field for everyone who is part of this community. Your light amplifies their light. Their light amplifies yours. This is what we are building together, not just individual activations in individual lives. A field, a web of conscious radiators whose combined coherence is capable of affecting the larger collective field in ways that extend far beyond any individual's personal broadcast. And I want to hear from you. In the comments below this transmission, I want you to share something, not a report of what you think you should be experiencing, not a performance of spiritual achievement, something real, something true. What did you feel during this transmission? What shifted in your field? What surfaced? What dissolved? What became visible that you could not see before? Because your sharing is not just personal expression. It is a contribution to the field. It is your frequency, your authentic signal, being broadcast into the community. And the community's field is enriched by every authentic signal that enters it. Your real experience, shared honestly, strengthens the collective coherence more than any polished spiritual testimony ever could. Tell me what your field is doing right now. Tell me what your monad is showing you. Now let's talk about integration. Because the activation that happens in a transmission like this one is real. The shift in your field is real. But it needs to be integrated into the fabric of your ordinary life to become stable and lasting. It needs to move from the peak experience of this moment into the baseline of your daily existence. Integration is not complicated, but it requires intention. It requires the conscious decision to carry the frequency of this activation into the moments that follow it, into the conversation after this video ends, into the meal you prepare, into the sleep you take, into the morning that comes after, into the work and the relationships and the challenges and the ordinary, unremarkable moments that make up the texture of a life. Because here is the truth about spiritual activation that the ancient traditions understood, and that our modern world of peak experiences and transformational weekends sometimes misses. The activation is the seed. The integration is the soil. And without the soil, the seed does not grow. Your daily life is the soil. Every moment you choose your true frequency over the inherited frequency of the old story. You are integrating the activation. Every moment you return to your heart center and feel your field and choose to broadcast consciously rather than unconsciously, you are deepening the roots of the activation into the soil of your daily existence. Every morning, you wake up, and before the noise of the day begins, you take a breath and feel your field and set your broadcast intentionally. You are watering the seed. This does not need to be elaborate. It does not need to be a lengthy ritual or a demanding practice. It can be as simple as a breath, a hand on the heart, a moment of feeling the field, a conscious choice of frequency before you step into the day. 30 seconds, 1 minute. Whatever you and sustain consistently is infinitely more valuable than what you can manage occasionally. The monad does not activate in a single night and then remain activated without tending. It activates in a single night and then deepens with tending. It becomes more stable, more coherent, more powerfully expressed with each day of conscious practice. It becomes the baseline rather than the peak, the resting state rather than the achieved state, the ground from which you live rather than the height you occasionally climb to. This is the path of the conscious radiator, not the achievement of permanent enlightenment in a single transmission, but the daily, humble, profound practice of choosing your own signal, choosing coherence over incoherence, choosing love over fear, choosing to broadcast from your monad rather than from your conditioning, choosing again and again to be the light that you actually are rather than the dimmed version that the world taught you to perform. And with each choice, the choosing becomes easier. With each return to coherence, the baseline rises. With each day of conscious practice, the activation deepens, and the life that assembles around your signal becomes more and more recognizably the life that your monad has always been moving toward. There is one more thing I need to tell you before we close, and it is the most important thing in this entire transmission, more important than the quantum mechanics, more important than the practices, more important than the parable or the philosophy or the science. You were not going to get a second chance at this moment. Not because this moment is rare or precious in some external sense, but because the frequency that brought you here, the exact configuration of readiness and recognition and accumulated experience that placed you in front of this transmission at this exact moment in your life is unique. It will not repeat. Not in this form. Not with this precise combination of elements. Every moment of genuine activation is singular. Every moment in which the monad stirs and the field shifts and the interference begins to clear is a moment that will not come again in exactly this form. And the question is always the same. Will you receive it? Will you allow it to move through you rather than just across you? Will you let it land? Because the transmission is always being offered. The quantum field is always broadcasting the frequency of your own highest nature back to you. The monad is always stirring. The light is always on. But the moments in which you are positioned to receive it clearly, in which your readiness and the transmission's frequency are perfectly matched, in which the window is fully open and the air can move freely in both directions. These moments are not guaranteed to repeat. This is your moment, not because I am telling you it is, because your field recognized it before your mind had time to evaluate it, because something in you, the pilgrim, the monad, the eternal witness, reached forward through time and through the noise of a world that never stops demanding your attention. And it placed you here, in this seat, in this moment, for this transmission. And the readiness that brought you here is itself the activation. The recognition is the key. The fact that you are here, that you stayed, that you received this transmission all the way to this moment is not incidental. It is the evidence. It is the proof, not of something you need to become, of something you already are. You are a radiant field of quantum energy. Your heart generates an electromagnetic field that extends several feet beyond your body in every direction, carrying information about your actual frequency to everything within range. That frequency, when coherent, has the power to shape reality, to attract resonant experiences, to repel what is not aligned with your true nature, to generate coherence in the fields of people around you, to be a light in the world in the most literal and measurable sense. Your monad is activated, not because I activated it. I cannot activate what belongs to you, but because you received this transmission with the readiness that makes activation possible. Because your field opened to the frequency of its own deepest nature. Because you allowed the recognition to move through you rather than just across you. And now the work is yours. Not the work of effort, the work of tending, the work of daily return, the work of choosing your signal again and again with the gentle, unwavering consistency of a flame that does not try to burn, but simply burns. Your aura is active. Your light is conscious. Your signal is clear. And the quantum field around you is already reading the shift, already beginning to assemble reality around your new broadcast, already responding to the coherence of your activated field with the precision and the faithfulness that the quantum field always brings to a clear signal. What you radiate, reality assembles around. And what you are radiating right now, in this moment, from the center of your activated field, is the frequency of your own essential nature, the frequency of the monad, the frequency of the one, the frequency of wholeness, remembering itself. Shine, not because you should, not because it is required of you, not because the world needs you to, but because that is what you are. You are light. You have always been light. You never stopped being light. You simply, for a time, forgot to look. You are looking now. Your light is on. It has always been on. And now you know it. If this transmission found you at the right moment, consider returning to it during your morning stillness before the noise of the day begins, or in the quiet just before sleep, when your field is most open and receptive. And if someone comes to mind whose light needs reminding, Share this with them. That act of sharing is not small. It sends a ripple of radiance into their field, activates their own awareness of what they carry, and through resonance, strengthens both auras and adds another luminous thread to the collective web we are weaving together. Welcome to your own radiance. Welcome to your activated field. Welcome to the life that assembles around a conscious, coherent, monad-level broadcast. Welcome to your own light. Your aura has been calling you toward this frequency for longer than you know. And if that recognition is still moving through your field, the transmission called "Once your aura locks into this frequency, your entire reality reorganizes," is waiting for you. It goes even deeper into the mechanics of how a locked, stable, high-frequency broadcast reshapes the quantum field around you at every level of your life.